Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. And today I'd like to give you a guide on the High Risk Battle 3 and the Secret Sweetheart event. And this is the final battle we get in this event, so there will be no more updates. And this battle comes with 3 missions. The first one is clear High Risk Battle 3 with rank D to get 100 crystals. That is easy. Then to get 10 mithril ore you have to clear it with rank A, and if you want to get that Sweet House profile icon you have to clear it with rank S. And the battle itself, it has recommended power of 200,000, which is significantly more than the previous battles, but also Sweet House as the boss remains unchanged, so you just want to deal as much wind damage as you can. But Chocolate Flans, it says here that they grant physical and magical defense up. However, it's not the case. At the very beginning of the battle, they will inflict physical attack debuff on your highest DPS character. And that physical attack debuff, it will not expire after 30 seconds. It will remain for the entirety of the battle. So be aware of that, and that's why you want to kill them as quick as possible. As for the team setup, you want a healer for this battle. It doesn't have to be a full healer, and I recommend making a healer hybrid. So my Zack has only 1.5 heal, because he has only one healing sub-weapon, and everything else I put into physical attack. And he also has Twinkling Star because it can decrease physical defense on the enemy, but also it has that all cure slot. So the cure materia, it will target the entire team like a Fairy Tail or Prime Number. But I also gave Zack the Aurora Blow, and then Cloud is my highest physical attack user. He only has generic weapons that will boost his physical attack and also Aurora Blow. And Sephiroth is my only real wind DPS I have. He has the wind costume and also Dark Havens, which is the only wind weapon that I have, and other than that all the other slots are just stat sticks, and I have 2 wind weapons which boost my physical potency to level 6. And Sephiroth has less physical attack than Cloud, and that is actually perfectly fine and works in my favor, because Cloud will be always the one targeted by those physical attack debuffs, and since Cloud is not my main wind DPS, with materia he doesn't do a lot of DPS anyway, so that works fine because Sephiroth can do as much wind DPS as he can. And so yeah, this is my team, and it is not the most efficient nor the best team you could use, because ideally you want to use other characters, for example Tifa with more drive, or if you pulled on Wind Yuffie banner, then Yuffie is the best wind DPS in the game actually, so she would actually benefit you a lot more. Because even Wind Aerith, for example, she would also be a great addition, because essentially Aurora Blow, so any materia, even if you have 4 or 5 star, they are very good. However, actual wind weapons are so much better, especially if you have them at higher overboost, where they grant you more wind potency and more attack and more stats. So that's why ideally you want to use those actual characters with wind weapons. Also, I can recommend Matt, because we got 2 event weapons and they are actually pretty useful. They both can increase physical attack, but only low, and they go up to mid. However, for Matt, he has Bramble Spine, and this weapon, it also increases physical attack, but it goes from mid up to high. So instead of, for example, debuffing physical defense, you could use Matt with that weapon to not only nullify the buff, but also he could grant you a physical attack buff. So if you have 2 wind DPS, you could use both of them and do a lot more wind damage with those buffs. Alright, and here depends if you get lucky. Nah. You can also refresh once, so if you see something bad, just refresh. And this one is actually good. You always want 200% score boost, and for the second debuff, It just depends. Ideally you want to avoid something like minus 20% to HP, but it'll always be something that puts you at a disadvantage. You just want to avoid healing as much as possible so you can inflict as much wind damage as you can. So at the very beginning of the battle, try to get rid of those flans as quick as possible, because that attack smear, it debuffs one of your characters, so try to finish them before they can inflict those debuffs on multiple characters. But then wait for your stance to hit full and start doing debuffs and wind damage. Yes, you have to get rid of that chocolate bar as quick as possible, but also shields on those big attacks. Sweet Stream and the Drizzle next. And here I will actually heal. Yes, I want to stay above 50% for my debuff, and always attack with max stance, that red bar. I'll wait with Zac to refresh the debuff. And then the chocolate bar is finally gone. However, because the Sweet House is doing the second big attack, the Sweet Drizzle, that's why I didn't get that big debuff, physical and magical debuff he has. Otherwise, if you are faster than me, you'll get that physical and magical permanent debuff on him even faster than I did. So now you have about 20 seconds left, and you want to inflict as much wind damage as you can, because it will boost your score significantly. And it's fine. This is, in those few seconds you still can. Don't worry, don't panic. You can still get it. But yeah, as you can see, in those, 20 seconds we got 1 million score about. But also here I didn't get my third limit break with Zac because I healed twice. And this battle is so short, you have to make sacrifices, whether you want your characters to be sure that they will survive to do damage or not. But still, even with Zac not getting his limit break, I still hit 2.3 million. My highest score was 2.5 million, and the only difference was Zac got the limit break, so I only healed once, but it was very close. So you want to have similar HP, so about 8,000 HP on each character if you want to avoid healing. But that's the battle. Even with one mediocre DPS, wind DPS, it is possible. If you have some better characters, like I previously mentioned, wind Tifa, wind Yuffie, any of those, you'll be even better, because wind weapons are better than materia. But yeah, that should be it. So I hope this guide will be helpful to you, and you also get your missions done and clears. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.